Now coming to some other preparations of carboxylic acid, we will see it. That is, we have seen it, the preparation of carboxylic acid up to esters, we have seen it, that is acidic medium and basic medium. Now we will do the preparation of carboxylic acid from Grignard reagent. You know that Grignard reagent, I have told you earlier also, is such a reagent by which you can prepare any organic compound. Any organic compound you can prepare it. Alright, so hence we can also prepare, that is carboxylic acid from Grignard reagent. So how we can do it? See here. We will take Grignard reagent RMgX plus carbon dioxide. So RMgX, you know R is negative and Mg is positive. Compared to R means alkyl group, which is carbon atom. So if you compare the carbon atom and the magnesium, so carbon atom is more electronegative than magnesium. So hence it is negative, this is positive. Similarly, what you find is that carbon here positive and oxygen negative. Either this oxygen or this oxygen, any oxygen you can take, that is negative. Fine. So you know that the first step in Grignard reagent is addition reaction takes place. The first step, always addition reactions. So how to add it? For that reason only I did the charge separation. For that reason only I did the charge separation. Got it? So O double bond C here. Let me write it below a little bit. O double bond C. Now C is positive. The negative part is going to get added. That is R. Got it? Now again this O is negative. The positive part is added. That is MgX. We can say that. Clear? The addition product. See how it is. We have done it. So here C positive, negative part R is added. Here O negative. So positive part MgX is added. Now we will go for the next step, always in Grignard reagent, is the first step is addition and the next step is hydrolysis. Then only it will form a stable product. Hydrolysis in terms of acidic medium. Alright. So when we will go for hydrolysis, where the cleavage is going to take place here. So here H and here OH, definitely. This is going to come because oxygen is negative, so hydrogen is going to get added. And Mg is having one bond X, another bond will be with OH. Alright, Mg has got one bond with X and other bond will be with OH. Then only it will be satisfied. So hence the product is O, here it will be, that is nothing but C, here it is R and here it is OH. And the secondary product which you get it is MgOH and other bond is it X. So in this way you can prepare carboxylic acid. Any carboxylic acid you can prepare it by using carbon dioxide. Generally you see that we prepare carboxylic acid having one more higher carbon atom present in the alkyl group. Suppose here it is CH3. So carboxylic acid will be CH3COOH. So one higher one. Ethanoic acid. Suppose if you use here ethyl, you will be getting propanoic acid. So one higher. But you can say alkyl group you will be getting it in the carboxylic acid, in the product you will be getting it. Got it? So if you use here phenyl in place of R, if I use here phenyl, so here also phenyl is going to come and you are going to get benzoic acid. Got it? Like if I use here C6H5. Alright, you can see it, I am using it here. C6H5. Then MgCl, let us say X is Cl. Plus O double bond C double bond O. Same thing I am going to do. Here negative, Mg is positive. Carbon is negative, oxygen is negative. Carbon is positive and oxygen is negative. So addition reaction is going to take place. O double bond C. Here I will get C6H5 and here it is OMgCl. Now the cleavage takes place here H and here OH. Why the cleavage is going to take place? Because the next step is as water hydrolysis in presence of acidic medium. So here H and OH is going to come just like this. I have written it already. So what I am going to get the product O and here it is C6H5 and here it is OH. Got it? And the secondary product is Mg, one bond with OH, another bond with Cl. So you get it benzoic acid in this particular manner. You get it. And any carboxylic acid we can prepare it in this way. Alright. So this is by using Grignard reagent I can do. Now we can also prepare it by using, that is chloroform or any trichloro, what you can say, alkane. We can take it. Any trichloroalkane I can take it. Either I can take chloroform CHCl3 or any trichloroalkane I can take it and I can prepare what you can say carboxylic acid. Alright. Now how it is so? See here. Suppose I am taking here CH3CCl3. You can take here chloroform also. So if it is chloroform, then it will be CHCl3. Instead of CH3 group, H will come. That's it. Alright, instead of CH3 group, H will come. That is your CHCl3. So this is otherwise known as what? Trichloro 111 trichloroethane. Ethane, 2 carbon. Now what will I do? I will react with KOH first. Aqueous KOH, hydrolysis. So what will happen? Hydrolysis means, I said you, replacement by OH group. Always, whenever I speak hydrolysis, try to understand that is I am going to replace with OH group. So what I am going to get it? CH3, then C, here OH, here another OH, and here another OH. Why? Because 3Cl is there. So definitely I require 3 KOH. So 3Cl is replaced by 3 OH group. Listen here carefully. This 3 chlorine is being replaced by this here 3 OH group. And what happens? This chlorine reacts with potassium to form 3 KCl, which is secondary product I don't want. Now, very important. You know that one carbon atom contains only one OH group. But here 3 OH group is there, which is unstable. Why? Because when this 3 OH group will come closer to each other, they will suffer steric hindrance, or they will undergo steric repulsion. Due to repulsion, it is not stable. Because the electron cloud of this OH group and this OH group and this OH group, when they will come closer to each other, they are going to repel one another. This is known as steric hindrance or steric repulsion, due to which this compound will be unstable in nature. So hence, how it will be stable? It will be stable by releasing a water molecule from here. See here, I am releasing a water molecule, that is minus water. See here, always. First it is unstable, we came to know. Then water molecule H2 is being released. After releasing of water molecule, what I get the product? CH3COOH. Alright, in this way, that is we get it ethanoic acid or acetic acid. Similarly, I can also prepare benzoic acid by this manner. Just what I need to do is there, here I will take C6H5. So here also it will be C6H5, here also it will be C6H5. So C6H5COH. Alright, clear. So in this way, you can prepare also benzoic acid by this manner. We can do it. Now we can also prepare from Koch reaction. Now Koch reaction, you've done it earlier also in the lower classes, you've done it. Koch reaction. In Koch reaction, what happens is that we take alkenes, any alkenes. We take carbon monoxide and we take water. That is steam, rather I should say. Clear? Why steam? Because the temperature is 573 to 673 Kelvin. Got it? 573 to 673 Kelvin. Let me write. It will be better. So CH2 double bond CH2. What I said? Koch reaction. Koch. K-O-C-H. Koch reaction. Plus carbon monoxide plus water. Let me write HOH. That is better. That is water, carbon monoxide. This is known as steam. The condition is H3PO4, which acts as a catalyst. Temperature is 573 to 673 Kelvin under high pressure. This all condition you have to give. What will happen? Addition reaction is going to take place, definitely, because it undergoes, alkenes undergoes electrophilic addition reactions. Addition reaction is going to take place. How it is going to undergo addition reaction? Total 3 carbons are there. Total 3 carbons. So CH3, CH2, COOH. See, how many hydrogen carbon is there? CH3 to 5 and 6. So 2 to 4 to 6. 3 carbon and 2 oxygen. CH3, COOH, we can say. Actually, if you see this, what you can say, the mechanism, if you see, then what exactly it happens? The exactly it happens is that this one, first it will react. Alright, it is going to react and it is going to form HCOOH, because carbon monoxide means also same thing, C double bond O. Alright, listen carefully, C double bond O, carbon monoxide. So it is going to undergo addition reaction. So formic acid is going to form. Formic acid. Now formic acid is what? It is nothing but HCOOH, where this is positive and this is negative. Now in this ethene, one of the carbon is positive, another carbon is negative. How it is? Because this pair of electron, if it goes here, then this carbon is negative and this carbon is positive. So here what will happen is that COH will be added, and here there is nothing but that's as is negative, positive group will be added. That is this. So hence what I said, here COH group is added. So COOH will be added here, and here H will be added. So CH3 single bond, CH2 single bond, COOH. In this way you got it. Got it? Again I repeat, carbon oxide reacts with water to form formic acid. First of all, unstable compound. Remember it, unstable. Now this it will dissociate to give you this and this. Now H plus will go with one carbon atom. Let us say this pair of electron goes here. It can go this side also, because this is symmetrical alkenes. It can go either this side or that side. So suppose it goes here. Let us say. So this is negative. So H atom is added here. And this COH group is being added here, because this carbon is positive, CH group is added here. The CH3, CH2, COH will be getting it. Done. Clear? So in this way, you will be getting CH3, CH2, COH. Alright. Now suppose if you take propene, if you take here propenes, one more CH3 group is added, then what will happen is that according to Markovnikov rule it will be added. According to Markovnikov rule it will be added. Understood? According to Markovnikov rule, the addition is going to take place. If I take propene, that is CH3 single bond CH double bond CH2. So addition is going to take place here. So here the what you can say is that the less it is going to be added that particular group which is more electronegative in nature. Here same thing, the reaction is going to take place, formic acid. Here, no doubt about it. Now COH group will be added, what you can say here, and that is something but H is being added here, we can say that. Clear? Understood? So in this way what you will find is that you will be getting it here, that is CH3 CH, here it will be COH and this side will be CH3. Got it what I said? Again I repeat, formic acid will be formed, COH group, the negative group, electronegative group will be added to this particular carbon atom. Why? Because according to Markovnikov's rule, the more electronegative group is added to that particular carbon atom which has least number of hydrogen atom attached to it. So here it will be added, COH group, and here H will be added. So what you will be getting? CH3, CH here, COH and single bond CH3. So it is nothing but you will be getting 2-methyl propanoic acid. You will be getting it. Or isobutyric acid. You will be getting it. Understood? This is according to Koch reaction. The reaction takes place. This is known as Koch reaction, so to say. Clear? So now next is after that. We'll come to the reaction with acetic anhydride. So simple it is. If acetic anhydride reacts with water, anhydride means water is not there. So when acetic anhydride reacts with water, it is going to form what? Acetic acid. Very simple. That is CH3CO, here it is CO and CH3. And HOH is going to take place. Alright, so here the cleavage takes place. Here H and here OH. So what you got it? CH3COO. Here it is the cleavage here, I should say. The cleavage here is taking place. So CH3COH and CH3COH you will be getting it. So 2 molecules of CH3COOH you will be getting it. If you take here C6H5, so you will be getting 2 molecules of benzoic acid. You will be getting it. 2 molecules of benzoic acid. If you take here acid chloride, if you take it. So acid chloride also will give you same thing, nothing but carboxylic acid and HCl. Like CH3COCl plus water in presence of H plus will give you CH3COOH plus HCl, you will be getting it. Clear? So in this way you can prepare from acetic anhydride or from acid chloride also, so to say. As I said you, again I repeat, CH3COCl plus HOH in presence of H plus, you will be getting CH3COOH plus HCl. Now we can prepare from alkyl benzene. We can prepare it from alkyl benzene by using any oxidizing agent, so to say. Alkyl benzene. Alkyl benzene means here I will be taking any alkyl group. Benzene ring, alkyl group. Alright, it will give nascent oxygen. Why? Because I will be using oxidizing agent K2Cr2O7/H plus, or I will be using that is KMnO4/H+, or I will be using concentrated nitric acid. Any oxidizing agent you take it. What will happen is that this particular group, alkyl group, will be converted into, that is nothing but carboxylic acid. Any number of alkyl group which is there, it is being converted into carboxylic acid. Plus water and carbon dioxide. If number of carbon atom is more, so you will be getting carbon dioxide also. So basically you have to understand that suppose if I take here CH3, if I take CH3 and nascent oxygen, you will be getting benzene ring COOH. Now if you take here, that is CH2, CH2, CH3, then also you will be getting benzene, what you can say, benzoic acid. Now this toluene gives benzoic acid, understood, that is one carbon is there and remaining will be water, as I have written here. Toluene, this is toluene. On oxidation, how it is oxidized, I said you, K2Cr2O7 slash H plus. Here also same thing, K2Cr2O7 slash H plus, or acidified KMnO4 or nitric acid concentrated you take, any of the oxidizing agent. It will oxidize to benzoic acid. This also will oxidize to benzoic acid. Okay, one carbon is oxidized to, what are the other carbons? Actually the terminal carbon is oxidized to benzoic acid. Remember that, terminal carbon, this particular one, terminal. So remaining carbon, what will happen? It will be oxidized to carbon dioxide and water. The remaining, the two carbons will be oxidized to carbon dioxide and water. Alright, so always the terminal carbon is oxidized to carboxylic acid. So any alkyl group you take it here, it will be oxidized to carboxylic acid. Here if I take in this way, suppose two alkyl group I take it, CH3 and CH3, same oxidizing agent. Alright, what I am going to get it here? I am going to get phthalic acid, that is COOH and COOH. Finished. Plus water, you will be getting it. Plus water. So in this way, you will be getting the two CH3 groups, that is phthalic acid. Suppose it is this CH3 group is in the third position, first and third. So what I said? Isophthalic acid. If this CH3 group is in first and fourth, then you will be getting terephthalic acid. In this way, it will be done. Accordingly, you will balance it. The number of oxygen atom what is being required, that you can do it, that you can balance it. So these are the different methods by which you can prepare the carboxylic acid, aliphatic as well as aromatic. Thank you.